This is after restoration, this is before. This is not temporary, this doesn't come off in a wash. This is a ceramic coating. If you have faded plastic trim all over the vehicle, this is the video for you. Welcome to Nick at Night, powered by the House of Rags. And today, restore and protect from DIY detail. This product not only will richen up your plastic, it's also a ceramic coating. So there's all kinds of areas on Jeeps and on an Avalanche and on any car where all these giant plastics are gonna oxidize and get nasty on you. And no matter what you do, you put your spray sealant of choice, you put a little tire lotion on there, it's only gonna last so long. There's times where we need to restore and protect our plastic. So here's a couple of tools I have. I've literally just taken scissors and some scrap microfiber. I cut up a couple of these. These are gonna be like your applicator pads. I've also got this little brush for kind of nooks and crannies, and then I've got this towel as a leveling towel. Basically, whatever you've got, assume you're gonna throw it away when you're done. Restore and protect can go on paint, it can go on glass, but you're gonna wanna wipe it up relatively quickly. Not the end of the world if it goes somewhere on you. Now, I'm always the one who's putting way too much product on here. So I'm gonna do like 3 drops. You do wanna wear gloves in case a little bit comes out on the bottle. That bottle just leaked a smidge on me there. And you'd be surprised at how little you need. So you can see this faded cowl, right? What we did first, we used DIY Detail All Clean. We scrubbed it in with a different brush. We rinsed it. You're gonna wanna do that. Then spray some panel prep on this and then make sure that's dry. That's how you prep the plastic. Could you do this without that? Yeah, you could, but we're trying to do this the right way to ensure maximum effect and longevity. And again, I told you just didn't need much. Like one of these bottles goes a very long way. Take a look at what I'm able to do. And I'm not so worried about getting this on the glass because I can wipe that up in a second. I want to exercise patience and kind of an artistic desire to color in the lines here. And what this is gonna do is just absolutely restore the entire vibe of this vehicle. You know, you got the entire vehicle polished, ceramic coated or protected with NV ceramic sealant. That's what we just did here. We polished the black paint. Look how nice this paint looks. We put NV ceramic sealant on here, but then you got this nasty plastics and they just kill the entire look of the vehicle. So you can see what I'm doing here is just with these 3 drops, I'm even surprising myself at how far this goes. Normally I'm tempted to do way more than that, but 3 drops, and then it's just a smart idea. If you get any excess on paint or glass, go ahead and wipe that quickly. And we had a little leftover moisture from the wash, not a big deal. So I've done a pretty good job of restoring this, and you can tell this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like after. While I'm here, all right, so the cowl is starting to look better, right? We're not perfect yet. What about this nasty windshield wiper blade? You could polish this first, right? We always encourage you to do a light polish with foam pad and gold standard polish, but then, you see that little dot there, that circle? Look how I'm richening up the entire look of this wiper blade. Fantastic product for this kind of overlooked area of the car, the cowl and the wiper blade. I'm going to be darkening this with not only the wetting agents that give it that sort of black dye look, but also the ceramic coating. And now that is coated as well. Now, if you feel like it's not giving you any more, you could do 1 more drop, 2 more drops. Ivan always tells me I'm using too much, and he's probably right. If you're curious, can I use it on trim or plastic? Yes, you can. That wasn't too bad, but I'm here. I'd like to give that a little protection and restore it. This is an actual restoration product, which is why it's such an amazing tool to have in your arsenal. If you've got old trim and it's already starting to oxidize, this is what you want to do. You could obviously clean it with All Clean, polish it with gold standard polish and a yellow foam pad, and then coat it like this. If it's a new vehicle, you could use our regular ceramic coatings. If it is old trim, you're gonna wanna use restore and protect. There comes a time where you may just be struggling to get your restore and protect where you want. So I put a little bit on a brush, and I don't know if you can see kind of into here, but I'm gonna start to use this brush and get into everywhere. This is great for like the front grill where you have all those little pieces of trim. I can get it into there. Again, you're the artist here. You're coloring in the lines. And it kind of depends. If this is your car, you just want to get it up in there and you don't care, you don't need to level it, but it's a coating, it should be leveled. So we don't want any high spots. We want this basically visually to go on and then to get evened out. So you can just level right away and go from there. Let's say you didn't think you got that spot well enough. You can use the brush if you'd like. And then level right away. If you feel like you didn't get in very well with your applicator, you could use the brush again, right? Whatever's gonna work for you to get restore and protect on the plastic and then knock down that appearance for a very even, rich look. So I can tell this looks nice, but this is maybe could use a little darkening. Make sure I got that side of it there. And I'll level it down. In case you forgot how nasty this was, let's just do a little section right here. I can show you just the immediate impact of how that looks. Kind of a nice, see? So you've got this and how chalky and white it is. This has that nice, even, black appearance. Are cowls my favorite parts of the vehicle to do? No, they're kind of a pain. But the customer will definitely notice and appreciate if you've dialed in their cowl. They might not even realize how bad it was until you restore it and you become the hero. This is after restoration. This is before. This is not temporary. This doesn't come off in a wash. This is a ceramic coating. Now, if you're wanting to get in there just a little bit better, again, I encourage you to have kind of a scrap brush here as well. Just if there's areas where you know it's gonna be harder for you to get in with a rag. Now, not necessarily every spot there, but let's go ahead and then just keep filling in the lines. I had a lot of restore and protect left to give on this scrap microfiber. You may be watching this and thinking, wow, that's an amazing product. Where can I get that? You can actually use code NICK@NIGHT, that's one word, houseofrags.com. Use that promo code, it'll save you 10% off. And you too can enjoy nice, rich plastic and trim, whether it's B-pillars or fender flares or a bumper or a cowl. All plastic deserves this nice restoration. And you will just enjoy this look for months, if not years to come. If it looks uneven, you can always apply one more drop to your scrap microfiber. Oh, that's way too much. Oh my goodness. You can see how rich that is as it comes off the towel though. And boy, this is old plastic, it's very thirsty. So if you use a full microfiber towel, you could, but you're gonna use way too much product. Like this just encourages you to just use a drop or two at a time. You're gonna save a lot of product. This bottle will last you a long, long time and you'll get amazing results. And again, if you're just like, I don't know how to get in this area, the brush can do an awesome job helping you sort of paint into areas, even into here. I could do that. And then know for sure that I'm gonna have to come in very quickly and level that down. Now I'm pretty close, but I'm getting into an area that's hard to reach. So I'll add a little bit to my brush. I'll start to get creative. See how nicely that's working? I mean, it's not perfect. All brushes are gonna be a little different. You can dab. You can do one of these. Another fantastic idea is actually just open the hood and you can get into this cowl with ease. You can really restore as much of this plastic as you want. Take a look at this faded wiper arm and watch the black dye just really start to work, giving a richness to areas that just get overlooked. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. Making sure never to forget the leveling process. So you can see kind of into here. I could use some darkening there and then right into here. That's the difficult part, right into there. So whatever's working, right? If your brush is distributing it evenly, great. If dabbing like this seems to make more sense, do that. I can't even see from where I'm at, but I can tell that this seems to be working well. So I'll just go under into there, go into there like that. I can even kind of help it stay firmer by grabbing the bristles and then just making sure as I move along to level this plastic. As it dries a little bit, you can continue to just sort of put more product in there if it looks like it's splotchy or uneven. All plastic is going to be a little different in terms of how thirsty it is. What does it want to soak up? And from over here, I see that we could probably just use a little bit right here. So I'm going to go into here like that, and I can't see it. I'm just going to feel my way through here and then level immediately. Just like you're applying a ceramic coating. Same principle. So right now this plastic looks really good. I don't know what perfect looks like, but it used to be an eyesore and now it looks like plastic again. If you don't like the look of it still, give it an hour to set up and then do another layer. Now I want to show you another area that could really use some help, and it's right here on the side mirrors. All right, a couple more drops there. So remember, we clean this with All Clean. I've even got some Plastic Restore and Protect on my glove there. But look at what we are going to be able to accomplish. I mean, this is old chalky plastic. This is not getting any better. I know that through my technique here, probably going to get a little on this glass. I'm prepared for that. I'm going to wipe it off very quickly. I don't have to do it right away, but I'm wanting to get everywhere that I can. The whole goal here, it's a restoration look. Okay, so do you see how I got some Trim, Restore, and Protect there on the paint? All I'm gonna do, wipe it off immediately, and it's gone. So you have a little bit of leeway there in terms of, oh my gosh, and then look at that. Old, white, and chalky. Incredibly thirsty, soaking that up so much. It wants it, it deserves it. I'll get into there. You see how chalky and white this is right here? Wow. Folks, I think this may be the most slept on product in the entire DIY Detail lineup. Trim, Restore, and Protect. It's meditative. It requires no special skills. Simply wipe on. Make sure you don't get any left on edges that you may have overlapped. Still a little white there, even though I'm not going to see that when I flip the mirror. We're going to do this the right way. We're going to restore that. Nourishing it. Making sure anywhere we colored outside the lines gets a quick level. And just like that. Now I could keep going up onto this plastic here. It doesn't look horrible on camera, but it sure could use a little extra love. And instead of adding more product to my applicator, I'm remembering this applicator has a lot to give still. Darkening that trim, nourishing it. And again, if there's a spot you think you missed, you can get it now. And if it just doesn't appear as nicely as you want it to, again, wait that hour and do a completely new layer. And there you have it. A really simple step. I have basically the entire bottle here. I could do, I feel like, a dozen cars like this. You can take old vehicles and you can give them new life. Again, code Nick at Night will save you 10% off at thehouseofrags.com.